Hello, students. Welcome back once again. This is Uma Vidushi, your English teacher, and I welcome you all once again in the English videos. This video is the third part of the chapter The Winter Oak, which is written by Yuri Nagibin. And I hope you have already watched the first two videos of this series. So, in the last two videos, we have discussed about the author. Then, I have already introduced you with the protagonists of this story, whose names are Anna, Vasiliana, and Suzuki. In my last class, we have seen that how all the students of the class were naming all those things which were related to the agricultural field. And whereas Suzuki appears to wake up out of the dream to offer his contribution of winter oak. So, students, without wasting much time, let's begin today's class. And today we are going to see the remaining paragraphs of this story. Dear children, in my previous video, as we have seen that when Anna Vasiliana asked Savuskin to see him at break, as she was very eagerly to know that what was the reason that he always come in class late. So when Savuskin went to her, he cannot give a straight answer to any of her questions. And we realize that she is more concerned with his correct use of grammar than what the boy is actually saying. So from that moment, she asked her that she want to meet his mother because she was very concerned about the boy. So after that day's lesson, they have decided to go to Savuskin's home to meet his mother. So that afternoon, the path along which Savuskin took Anna Vasiliana began at the back of the school ground. So from the moment they enter the wood, Anna Vasiliana takes a different role. She begins to discover a whole new world, the world of nature, and her response becomes one of excitement and wonder and childlike enthusiasm. When she makes an incorrect observation, it is Savuskin who corrects her, and she realizes that in the forest it is she who is the student and Savuskin the teacher. When Anna sees the winter oak, she continues to be delighted by the world revealed to her by her pupil, and her interest increases. It is Suvuskins who reminds her of their appointment with his mother. With his mother. And she is quickly brought back into her role as a teacher. She noticed with great fascination that when the snow slid into the stream, it thicked at once and floated beneath the water like a jelly like greenish bead. She was mesmerized. She was very fascinated by the beauty of the nature. She has completely lost in that beautiful world. And Shivuskin was eagerly waiting for her to move ahead. After that, she hurried after him. Then they took the way to the forest. Gradually, the tree began to thin out and make way for a silver of sunlight. Silver of sunlight means the way was making a thin ray of sunlight. Now she's the winter oak. She continues to be delighted by the world revealed to her by her. There in the middle of the glad, clothed in means covered, glittery white raiment, majestic like a cathedral. Cathedral means it's a large and important church. Okay, stood an oak. So what happened? She realizes that how she has been taken in by her experience and reminds Savaskin that the route through the forest is clearly not the quickest one. It is at this point that she has her moment of truth and realization. She reflects on her lessons in the classroom and realizes how dry they are and how she needs to look at the beauty and the richness of the wider world in order to bring new meaning to them. So, at the beginning of the story, Anna Vasiliana was feeling pleased and slightly self satisfied about her skill as a teacher and even critical of other teachers in the school. She now realizes that she has a lot of more to learn and her understanding of the children reaches a new level. She thanks she thanks Sivaskin for and assures him that he can continue to use the pathway as a route to school when she looks at the winter oak for the last time. She realizes that the most amazing thing in the forest is not the tree itself, but the small human being at the foot of it. That was Savuskin. She has learned a powerful lesson about the children she teaches, that they are wonderful, future citizens of the world. So, students, we saw in this story that there was a very drastic change in the behavior of the teacher Anna Vasiliana. In the beginning of the story, we found that she was very serious about her teaching. She was very strict toward every children, but gradually her way of looking the world, her way of looking the things was entirely different. So this story appears to be based on the conflict between a dedicated teacher and a difficult student. However, the plot changes direction in the forest section. So I hope students you have liked this story a lot. Now, I am sharing here some keywords of these related paragraphs. You have to note down those keywords in your copy in neat and clean handwriting and learn them sincerely.